Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again. As you can see from the title, okay, we need to talk about LV and Wild at Heart, and I have noticed some things that they're doing with this collection on the commercial side. So please make sure you watch all the way until the end. A few of you have reached out to me and asked me what I think of what happened to Tamara. Initially, to be honest, I wasn't going to address this in a video because I don't ever want to come across like this is like a gossip channel or like a drama channel. That is not what I'm about. And I think most of you who are here, you know, I'm super passionate about shopping and about luxury. So I wanted to react to this though, because a few of you asked me, you sent me some DMs on Instagram, you asked me, was I going to make a video about this? So what I'll do instead is I'll just tell you my opinion at the end of the video, but this video is really about LV. The reason why I've decided to talk about it is because I think this could help another woman or a man who loves luxury items. So yeah, make sure you watch all the way until the end. We have so much to talk about, and please make sure you're subscribed and hit notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Nicolas Ghesquiere does not care about what you guys think about Wild at Heart, okay? And frankly, I don't care. I know people hate this collection, but it has like warmed my heart. I can't even like understand, because I remember when the first initial photos dropped, I was like, what is this? Okay, this looks terrible. And some of the stuff looks like a child took a crayon and was like, I'm going to draw today and make a Louis Vuitton collection. But yeah, I wanted to go through some of my favorite pieces of the collection and tell you guys some themes and what I think the commercial strategy for LV is moving forward. Let's just start with my favorite piece. You guys know which one it is. It's the On The Go Caramel Empreinte. I love this. I think this is great. I'm definitely going to try and purchase this bag if I can in the next weeks or the next month. I'm definitely going to make an attempt to purchase this bag and see how I can get it shipped to my country. But yeah, love this bag. I think it's just gorgeous and beautiful. And I love it. I don't even know why, but just looking at it makes me smile and makes me happy. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, what is it about this bag? I don't even know. I just think it's fab and I love it so much. Okay, so we already know the On The Go is $3,700 in the US. I'm going to use the US currency in euros, but I've noticed a lot of the pieces are not actually available on the US site, and there are more pieces that are available on the European Netherlands site. So I'll be using USD and euros in this video. So let's start with the Speedy Bandoulière 25. Love this in the caramel. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's $3,450 in the US. It's 2,400 euros in the EU. Fab piece. I love this. I still prefer the On The Go, but I think this is gorgeous for those of you who just prefer a smaller handheld item. I love this. I think this, I mean, it was available last week on the EU site, but it's not available at the moment. So on the EU site, so in the Empreinte, you have to call and make an inquiry. The next piece that I really like is the Felicie Pochette. I think this is going to be one of the biggest sellers of this collection. If this item isn't sold out already, I think it probably is. It's going to be very, very hard to score. It's $1,750 in the US. I think it's just absolutely fantastic. I think this is like a great option for someone. Maybe if you know someone is trying to get into the LV brand, I think this is a fabulous like beginning piece for that person, particularly from this collection because it's so unique and different. The next thing that I really like from there is the Pochette Melanie MM. In the EU, it's 1,250 euros. In the US, it's $1,260. Love this. I think this is fab. We can really see Vuitton really, you know, really going forward with being passionate about leather, and you can see this with the pochette. I mean, if this was like a canvas piece, there'd be millions of people trying to purchase this item. I think they're also trying to move some of the canvas true believers onto these items like the Pochette Melanie. The next thing that I love, which I'm pretty sure is also going to be impossible to score, is the key pouch. In the EU, this is 460 euros. In the US, it's $670. I think this is absolutely darling. I think it's so cute and feminine. I absolutely love this. I feel like the thing with this collection is like, if you don't like animal print, you're not gonna like this collection. You get me? Like, if you don't like leopard print, you don't like animal print, this isn't going to work. I think if you like animal print or you know someone who does, I think this would make an adorable, affordable gift for the person. Okay, after that, the Zippy wallet, 890 euros on the EU site. I think this is a really nice wallet. It also comes, I think, with like a little, I don't know, like a pouch inside or something like that. I don't know. Okay, now I'm shocked I'm even giving this bag credit, okay? Because you know I don't like the Neverfull. I still think she needs to go. She needs to be cancelled. She needs to be dumped, okay? But I have to say, in the Wild at Heart collection, this is really, I'm like, I have to salute you and say, okay, to the Neverfull, you're looking good here. It's $2,730 in the US and it's 1,990 euros in Europe. I love this in the black empreinte. I think this is fab. I really do not like this bag. I will never like this bag, but this is the exception I'll make for the bag. I still think the bag should be discontinued and cancelled, but it looks good here, I have to admit. The next bag that I thought was interesting, but I'm like, the price is the Twist in this caramel. It's $4,200 in the US. Excuse me, this bag is not lined, okay? Sorry, excuse me, let me correct that. The bag is lined with microfiber. It is not lined with leather or suede. These people, what are they doing? Okay, and then after that, I was loving these two ready-to-wear pieces I want to tell you about. There is this, they call it the masculine monogram shirt. It's 1,650 in the US and it's 1,200 euros in the EU. I think this is fab and I love this. Now, interestingly, I think you could probably wear this to the office if you work somewhere that has like a liberal, like clothing policy. Definitely in my office, if I saw any of my employees wearing this, I'd be like, you look good, okay? I love this. I think it's great. I think this would look great with like black trousers. I think it would look good with black denim. It would look really nice with like a black leather skirt or just a black skirt in general. I think it's fantastic and I love this. And I feel like you either love things like this or you hate them, and you have to like logos to like something like this. This is absolutely perfect for people who love logos. I love it. I think it's fab. And I think one of the most incredible pieces for ready to wear in this collection is this shearling coat. It's $8,100 in the US. It is gorgeous. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love this item. It is lined with silk. Well, it's like a silk mix. It's like silk and there's also some polyamide and polyester. Absolutely beautiful. There's like a monogram lining inside. I think this is one of the most beautiful coats that I've seen in some time. What I love about this capsule collection is the fact that it's transitional, obviously, into autumn. There's even like a bikini set I saw when I was scrolling, but I didn't want to put it in this video. So they have like these summer items, but they have these beautiful like transitional pieces like the shearling coat and like the masculine shirt that can be moved into autumn. For those of you who live in cold countries, Tanzania is super hot, okay, all year round, darling, okay? We're talking 30 degrees Celsius, 32, 34, 35. So unfortunately, I cannot wear that shearling coat as much as I love it, and I absolutely love it, but I can't wear it, which is very unfortunate. So I have to say, I'm shocked by this collection because when some of the items first dropped, there were a lot of weird, creepy, cartoony looking pieces in this collection. I was like, stay away from me. But then these other pieces I think are just super, super fun. You gotta love the leopard print. There's so many fantastic pieces. I saw there were some capucines. I'm not gonna post the photo. I was just like scrolling as well. There are just so many beautiful items. So go check it out. Those of you who like leopard print or animal print in general, I think you like this. I would love to know your opinion. It's okay. You're very welcome here with an alternate opinion. You don't have to love this collection. I really, really like this collection. I'm shocked at how this collection has kind of won me over, because when I first saw this, I was like, nope. Okay, and now I'm like, yes. It's so funny. So I would love to know what you think. Okay, now this is where things get serious with the Wild at Heart collection. So guess what? Obviously, the collection launched, as we know. The empreinte leather pieces are available, the prêt-à-porter, and a few other bits and pieces. And there's a crazy chair that's like 70,000 euros on the Euro site, which is mad. But the canvas pieces are having a delayed launch. So that launch is staggered to the 23rd of July. I saw this on Facebook and I also saw it on the Purse Forum. So I wanted to let you guys know because there are some people who are like, whoa, there are no canvas items. The canvas items are coming, sweetheart, but they're coming on the 23rd of July. The fact that the canvas items have been, that are coming in the next, like basically release or drop of this capsule collection, it really points to how Vuitton is not, it's not just about being exclusive. You know, a lot of people are saying they want to be exclusive, they want to target rich people. I think that's actually very simplistic. I think that's a very simplistic point of view. It is a reason, absolutely. But after looking at a lot of the items that are on in this collection, I beg your pardon, I realized something. Louis Vuitton want to be a lifestyle brand. It hit me when I was looking, because I was like the Shearling coat and the creepy 70,000 euro chair and all these other bits and pieces that are in this collection. They want to be a lifestyle brand. Of course, they want to be exclusive. They want to target lots of rich people who aren't going to buy canvas items, but they actually want you to put LV in your daily life. They want Louis Vuitton to be in your daily life. They want it to be on your back. They want it to be your clothing. Okay, they want it to be your key pouch so you can put your car keys in there when you go to work. They want you to sit in their, you know, ridiculously expensive cocoon chairs, that's 70,000 euros. LV wants to be in your life and wants to be embedded and injected into your life. So I just thought that the way that they're doing this, like by pushing canvas, you know, towards the end of the month, I think it's just very, very clever. I hope that this doesn't sound harsh, but I think that what they're basically saying is canvas, we know, is not a priority. The people who buy canvas are not the people who LV want for their lifestyle branding ambitions. When you think of a lifestyle brand in luxury, what kind of brands do you think of? I can tell you a few that I can think of off the bat that to me kind of speak to a lifestyle. So for example, a great example that I have from the US is Ralph Lauren. You know, when I think of Ralph Lauren, I think of, you know, that kind of relaxed American approach to clothing. I think of horses. I think of, ooh, I'm going to go horse riding, you know, in upstate New York this weekend, and I have tons of money. It's a lifestyle, okay? And when I think of lifestyle, I think of something like the Richard Mille watches. Richard Mille watches are so expensive, and the people who wear them, you know, they've got Ferraris, they've got Lamborghinis. Someone who's wearing a Richard Mille watch is not jumping into an Uber, and there's nothing wrong with Uber, okay? There's nothing wrong with Uber, don't get me wrong, but it is a lifestyle for these people. And I think LV has decided, do you know what, guys? We're actually done with this. We need to become a lifestyle brand. We don't just want to be exclusive and target super rich people. We want to be a lifestyle brand where someone feels like Louis Vuitton is part of their daily life, their weekly life, and, you know, just their life in general. So you'll buy your clothes from LV, you'll buy your, you know, your Gaumont Clément's notebooks from LV, you'll buy your pens from Louis Vuitton, you buy your car keys from LV, you buy your furniture from LV. Thoughts? What do we think of this? Because those chairs are in every single capsule. They're forcing these really weird, creepy chairs, and they're there. And clearly people are buying them. Why would they make them if no one is buying them? I think that's what they're trying to do. Canvas having a like staggered launch later on, it's just them just saying Canvas is an afterthought, basically. Let's just be blunt. They're like, okay, cool, let's launch with leather and the empreinte pieces and the prêt-à-porter, and then we'll have the canvas, you know, items later on the 23rd of July. It's an afterthought, they don't care. Those of you who love canvas, where do you go from here? I still think that LV will have a home for you in the sort of universe of the Louis Vuitton brand, but you're not going to be a priority, and you're going to have to hustle and graft to get pieces. And I do think that LV are probably going to institute a sort of game around the canvas items if they haven't started already. That actually makes sense because they know so many people want canvas pieces. They don't want to focus on canvas. So why not make it as hard as possible and make canvas so hard to get to kind of tire people out? Ferrari have a game. Hermes have a game. Rolex have a game. I actually could see LV doing that. You can't pre-order canvas anymore. You have to, you know, basically get up really early in the morning, go to the store if you live in a country with a store, and queue to see what canvas stock is there. Okay, you probably have to figure out what days are they doing deliveries for canvas items, okay? Or you're gonna sit on the website clicking, or you're gonna contact concierge. the concierge email. So I think it's so clear to me that they want the canvas people to go away. I don't think they're ever going to fully get rid of canvas, but they want to de-emphasize the canvas clientele, because the canvas clientele in general, not all of you obviously, but I believe that they think that the canvas clients won't want to buy clothing, won't want to buy their very expensive stationery and their books, won't want to buy, you know, the super expensive like keyholes. I was looking at a keyhole yesterday when I was researching this video. There was a keyhole, I forgot which size, $21,000. Like, these are the people who Louis Vuitton wants to like build this feature with. One thing that a lot of you guys who love canvas, I love canvas too, by the way, say is that, well, they're forgetting about the heritage of the house. This is going to be a losing strategy. I don't actually think this is a losing strategy. I think this is a strategy that's going to make them a ton of money. You know why? I think LV would tell you, okay, well, you're so stuck on the past, but let's go into the future. Yes, that's the heritage of the brand, but we need to march forward into the future. The future is leather, exotics, hard-sided luggages that are extremely expensive. That is the future. I could foresee them just really putting their energy into those three niches. And I also think, and I think we can see this on the website, they're really investing in their jewelry as well, like their fine jewelry. They're working really hard at that. One of my subscribers, Mark, you commented once and you said something really interesting. You said LV do not have a cosmetics business. They do not have a cosmetics business. And because they don't have a cosmetics business, it means that in terms of the women's part of the business, they don't have that avenue to create a lifestyle. I believe eventually one day, there's not now, I don't know, because we've never heard a rumor of Louis Vuitton actually having a makeup line. I think we're going to see cosmetics eventually from Vuitton. I think it makes complete sense. And it's part of the whole lifestyle thing. I think we're heading into this world where luxury brands are really focusing on being exclusive, focusing on the jet set clientele, but also focusing on being a lifestyle. So if you like LV, you like the monogram, they want you. Okay, whether you're a man or a woman, because they've got Virgil, they've got Nicolas, they've got both sides covered there, but they want you to be part of LV if you want Louis Vuitton to be a lifestyle. But if you're someone who just cares about, you know, oh, I want the Alma BB, you know, the Damier Ben canvas, love that bag, by the way, in the Damier. And I only want, you know, the multi-pochette accessoire in the canvas. They're like, you're not really part of the lifestyle thing. Why don't you buy some clothes? Buy some t-shirts from the Vitamins pre-fall collection. Buy some, you know, buy the Shearling coat from the Wild at Heart collection. I think that's where they're going. I'm super curious to know what you guys think. I think the 23rd of July is going to be completely wild internationally, because that's when the canvas pieces are coming out in this collection. Even people who don't like this collection will probably be curious to see what the canvas items look like. Very curious to know what you guys think. I think fundamentally, LV don't care. Okay, LV don't care. LV's still gonna make a ton of money. LVMH made $54 billion last year. I mean, it's a staggering amount of money. So what they're doing is working, and Louis Vuitton is the heart and soul of LVMH, and they're very successful. And I think the strategy is going to succeed for them, and they're going to do very well. Of course, it's going to leave a lot of people disappointed. I still think canvas is just going to be there, but it's just not going to be a priority, and you're going to have to hustle to find your pieces, the same way Chanel clients are hustling to find unicorn bags. Okay, just before I go, so as I said in the beginning of the video, a few of you had reached out to me on Instagram, asked me my opinion on what happened to Tamara. So I'll just give you my opinion, but you know, let me just first say, like, you know, prayers to her, because what happened to her is absolutely terrifying and petrifying, to be honest. And I actually saw it on the stories. A few people were like reposting, and then a few of you like reached out to me and said, hey, did you hear about this? I was like, yeah. So I think when you see things like this, I've talked about this before, these things happen a lot, okay? They happen to influencers, they happen to social media celebrities, etc. I think I just saw in the Daily Mail today that Rihanna like is renting a house or something, and someone tried to like jump over the wall. I mean, these things happen. So the question here is not to speculate too much on what happened to her, because obviously the police are investigating her particular situation. just personally feel like if you are doing, influencing, or you're sharing your items and you're sharing your life on the internet, there are just certain things that you can't do. I personally would recommend every single person in the luxury community, do not show your house and don't do a house tour. There are a lot of these like empty house tour videos, empty flat tour videos. Don't do things like that, because the problem is you would be surprised by how you can even figure out where someone lives based off a weird quirk of their house, or based off how the house is built or whatever. I'm here sitting in my living room, okay, but we have a house, we have a garden, whatever, but I wouldn't be like, hey guys, let me show you every single room of our house, let me show you the garden, let me show you where Fox and Cairo, my dogs, are, and things like that. Even little things like showing you my two dogs. If you follow me on Instagram, I do post them from time to time, not all of the time, but I probably wouldn't film a video showing you my dogs, because first of all, they're guard dogs. So let's say someone was trying to target me. They'd be like, oh, okay, she's got two guard dogs and one is like small and the other is large. Okay, so if I want to attack her, I have to disable the mother, which is Fox, because she'll try and protect her puppy, which is Cairo. You have to think of little quirks like that, because when you're sharing your life on the internet, you're so excited and passionate about sharing things. And I can see, because, I watch Tamara's videos and I've watched them regularly. I've seen her travel vlogs. I've seen a lot of videos that she posts, and she's, fantastic influencer. She's very beautiful and she does what she does very well, which is influencing. But the only thing that I would just say in her situation, and as I said, praying for her, oh my God, because it's absolutely petrifying what happened. The only thing that I would say is her situation is a little bit similar to the Kim Kardashian thing, in that Tamara does a lot of travel vlogs. She does travel a lot. And I think that when you are traveling or doing vlogs like that, you need to be very careful about the way you post them. So if you're traveling and going somewhere, I don't know, I personally wouldn't post a travel vlog in real time, because what that tells people who are watching you is like, oh, Kagem's in Zanzibar, cool. Let me try and figure out where she lives so I can go and try and take some of her stuff. Something else is that in my country, I can't speak for Paris because I haven't, lived there since when I was doing an exchange, but in my country, pretty much 99% of things like this are inside jobs. So when I first saw this and I heard of the story, my first reaction was, oh, maybe this is someone who knows Tamara. It's like, maybe it could happen. Or maybe it's someone who just figured out where she lives. One of you actually, I think you told me in a message that she has actually been public about where she lives. In this day and age, particularly with the pandemic, I think if you're a luxury YouTuber or a luxury blogger and you're sharing your life, if you're going to be sharing unboxings and hauls and sharing your life, you need to be very careful about the kind of personal information that you share. So in no way am I blaming her for what happened, because she is a victim in this. Like, she is the victim and she needs our prayers and our support. But the only thing that I would say, just in her case, is to be a little bit more careful about the travel vlogs. And when you're posting travel videos, she used to post like tons and tons and tons of travel videos. And if you look at her on Instagram as well, she does post a lot, like when she's out and about and things like that. I do too. But I feel like when you're sharing a lot of your life and you're saying, hey guys, I bought this and I bought this and I bought this, people follow that stuff. People say, hey, okay, she's, here doing this and this and this, and I know in her house she has this and this and this item. So I think what she needs is our prayers and our support. But I think the bigger lesson here is, don't, speculate too much on what happened or why it happened to her. Think about it in relation to you and your social media usage. And I think that this actually is a cautionary tale for other YouTubers and other Instagrammers and the rest of us who share part of our lives on the internet. So for me, when I saw this story, I was absolutely shocked and devastated for her, and I was really, really sad about it. But it also reminded me about what I've said in my previous videos about, don't share really personal elements of your life on the internet, whether it's YouTube or Instagram. You need to be super, super careful about that. I personally I'm not for influencers sharing their cribs, I'm not for that. You guys know how I feel about that, because I just feel like, oh my gosh, that is where, people who are very eagle-eyed and who can watch every single pixel of your video can figure out where you live. I want to tell you guys two stories. A few weeks ago, I got a DM from someone who I could tell is not like a subscriber, but maybe they heard of my videos. I've noticed a lot of my videos are being shared in WhatsApp groups. WhatsApp groups are huge in Tanzania. So I was telling Edwin about this, and he's like, I think that there's like a group here, and there are people sharing your videos, and they're like watching a lot of your videos. I was like, yeah, and that's cool. I'm happy about that. But it also has a dark side. So someone reached out to me and was like, hey, I know that you're in Tanzania. I wanted to ask you about, places that I can go. And I asked the person, I said, what country are you from? I'd love to give you some tips on where you can go, like cool places, bars, restaurants. The person wouldn't say. And I was like, okay. And they were like, okay, by the way, where do you live in Dar es Salaam? Like the neighborhood. You never say the name of your neighborhood. And I was like, okay, that's an interesting question. So obviously immediately I'm like taken aback, but I'm like, I know what you're trying to do here. You're trying to figure out my neighborhood and where I live. And that's just not something I'm going to say. I said it in one of my previous videos that in cities like Dar es Salaam, all you need to know is someone's neighborhood. Like, hey, I heard that Kagem lives in, Belgravia, and there'll be someone sitting there, okay, who's like just sitting by a corner shop, and you're like, do you know Kagem? She has this like African head wrap, and she's got earrings, and I heard that she has 2 dogs. Oh yeah, I know her. She lives down there. Yeah, she's got 2 dogs. They're blonde. They look like this, and they've, one of them is a puppy, and one of them's a mum. One of them's a male dog. One of them's a female dog. You see how people can instantly figure out so many details of your life if you share a lot of information. So for me, like things like house tours, things like saying what part of Dar I live in, it's just not something I'm going to do. If you follow me on Instagram, I share, I show pictures of my husband, I show pictures of my mom, but I won't like, if I'm going to visit my mom's house, I wouldn't say, hey, going to this specific neighborhood where I'm going to be visiting my mom and this is where my mom lives. I would never do that on the internet because you need to be careful. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so important and I've got like hundreds of thousands of subscribers like tomorrow. No, but what I'm saying is if you have a channel, you need to keep a lot of your private life secret. I personally, when it comes to Edwin and I, like I, share his picture. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I tag him in stories and stuff. That is different because that's my marriage and that's something I'm, happy to share in terms of like sharing his photo, and he's happy to be in my vlogs. If you watch my vlogs, you'll see him there, right? But things like where I live, like places that I love to go out in Dar for like, fun places that I go out eating and stuff. I'm not necessarily going to share that unless I know the person a lot. And I think the problem with that is that there are security issues because you need to think about your personal security. So if you're unboxing a lot and you're doing massive hauls, you have to think of personal security. You probably need to have like a wardrobe that's like a vault in your home, and you probably need to keep a lot of personal details secret. Like people who know you shouldn't know that you have a safe. I don't know in Tamara's situation who knew the situation there, whether she had a safe or not. I don't know that stuff. So let's just put that to the side for a second. But people shouldn't know that stuff. That is very personal. That should just be you and your boyfriend or husband if you have a partner, or if you're single, you are the only person, like barring your mom, who should know that. Because when you share things like, hey, I went and did this and I did that and I did that, there'll always be people watching who are like literally noting and writing down things. So it's really, really sad what happened to her, and I hope that that doesn't discourage her from doing more unboxings and hauls. But I can see how that would discourage anyone, because you'd be absolutely petrified to share something online because you're worried that people are watching you. I just think that if you're going to be doing unboxings and hauls, you need to also film in a certain way and be very careful about the way you film and what you share and what you film. I'm just here in my sitting room, but my sitting room has a lot of stuff in it. So I just elect to film like this because I want to also keep things private as well. So I hope that I've said things respectfully. I want to be quite sensitive about commenting about people in the luxury community because I don't want to seem like I'm attacking anyone. I always want to say things respectfully and in a way that's very kind as well. So obviously I'm praying for her and I hope things work out. But when I heard this story, this only reinforces what I have always thought when it pertains to sharing my life on the internet, which is, unfortunately, I just won't be able to share a lot of personal things, because when you put your personal details out there, that's when people are like, okay, cool, 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 cool. Now I want to go there and, try and take something from her. Okay, guys, so that is my opinion, and this is the end of the video. Please make sure you drop me some likes, you subscribe to my channel, and you hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I've got a really great video coming up on Saturday. I can't wait for you guys to watch it. Share your opinion of the Louis Vuitton Wild at Heart shenanigans. And if you want to talk about the tomorrow thing, let's just talk about it in the comments. Let's keep it nice and respectful as well, okay? Everything here we do in our Michael Jackson voice. If you have an alternate opinion, by all means, just keep it in your Michael Jackson voice. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.